everything in us wants to avoid treating others as equals, as inherently worth equally. So we learned this from a very early age. For example, I have two boys, one that is 6 years old and the other is 8 years old. And my younger son frequently likes to ask me, which one of the two do I love the most? In fact, I kid you not, he asked me this last night. And I like to tell him that that is like asking me, which of my two eyes do I love the most, right? As a parent, this is a ridiculous question. And in fact, I believe that God gave us parenthood to give us a glimpse into how he feels about us. But so as a parent, this is a rather ridiculous question, and yet we all do this, grown-ups and children alike. We all want to know two things. We want to, first of all, we want to have a higher status than others, and we want to know what our status is relative to others. In fact, since I'm in academia, my husband calls this practice that I'm about to describe academic butt sniffing. You're a dog person, so you know exactly what I mean. So what happens is if you've attended any academic conferences, if this information is not already on our name tags, the first thing that we want to do is we want to know everyone's academic rank and institutional affiliation. This affects how we treat each other. In fact, recently I attended a conference that I don't normally attend. At least sociologists don't normally attend this conference. It's the AEFP, the Association for Education, Finance, and Policy. And I attended a plenary session where I sat at a table surrounded by people that I did not know. And it turns out when I sat down and introduced myself and started talking to them, I sat at a table full of grad students. And at one point in the conversation, one of the students turned to me and asked how close I was to finishing my dissertation. No big deal, but so actually I was flattered, right? Because that meant she thought I looked young. So I was very flattered by the question, but I told her I'm not a student. And the following question was, well, how close are you to getting tenure? And so then when I explained to her that I was a professor, that they were visibly disturbed, and that completely altered our conversation.